Hello, butterflies, and thank you so much for joining us for Butterfly Tea Time. Today I have Brianne Carroll here from Chicago and the Middle Bees Foundation. She's been doing some amazing work in Chicago and with multiple walks and outreach, and I wanted to bring her here to you today. Hey, Brianne, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it. So, what's the tea?
So the tea for this week is you have been doing some amazing things in the community, and I just wanted to share what inspired you to create this huge outreach program that is like shaking the middle ground of my hometown, Chicago. So I definitely have a soft spot for the work that you're doing.
Yes. Okay, so I am the president and founder of the Middle B Foundation for Lupus here in Chicago, Illinois. It started out as a support group back in 2018, and now we are officially a nonprofit organization. Since last year, we are now officially a nonprofit organization, and what we do is support people who are affected by lupus disease. It started out with my mom having 3 daughters, and all of our names starting with the letter B. So you have Brianne, Brandy, and Brittany. Brandy is the middle sister who had lupus, hence the name Middle B. So that's where the name came from.
I love that.
Thank you.
When was your sister diagnosed with lupus? How old were you guys?
So she was 15 at the time. It was around April 2010. She was diagnosed, but then she passed away at the age of 22, right before her birthday back in 2017. So wow. I wanted to turn a tragic situation into a positive one. Yeah. So it just came to me overnight, really. Like I really wanted to do something in her memory. And so that's how I came up with the whole idea, wanting to be able to support people who have lupus in my community. So I started the Middle B Foundation.
Wow, that's amazing. And how long did it take you before you became an official nonprofit?
Ooh, it took a couple of years because I wasn't sure if I was what the community needed. And I just started really small, just only getting support from my family and friends. And then I realized that, wait a minute, I could probably make a difference in someone's life if I decided to switch over to becoming a nonprofit. So from then, I just did all the necessary paperwork to get it started. So now we are tax exempt. You can Google us if you want to. We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram. We have a YouTube account. So being able to network with other people who have lupus has been such a blessing because they're able to let me know what it is that they need. And we're here to try to help them as best as we can.
That's amazing. So what kind of things do you guys focus on as a community? I know that I've seen a lot of your walks, which have been amazing turnouts, and I love all you guys' framing that says the Middle B Foundation and all the outreach that you guys are doing. What do you guys do like on a general basis to help the community?
So throughout the year, not only do we just have an annual lupus walk, we have it every year in May, but we also offer other services that are free to the community. We offer fitness classes that we have quarterly. We have
awesome.
Yes, we have yoga, we have Zumba, we have cycle, and we also have a meditation class. All of those classes are in person. The only one that's virtual is the meditation class, which is held on Zoom. But all the other classes, you must come in person. It just requires a registration. The class is free, and you get a complimentary Middle B t-shirt. So
I love that so much. I love that you're doing like other steps to have like a nice foundation of just general wellness and mental health. How do you get these classes together? Do you just do them yourself, or do you outreach to other communal partners as far as like yoga and wellness goes to create the classes?
Well, so what happens is I actually have to go out in the community and ask around.
Yeah.
So we actually collaborated with LA Fitness in Hyde Park. And
Wow.
yes, one of the managers there, he liked my story. He liked everything that I had to offer for people with lupus, and he let us have our workout sessions there at the gym. And he gave us the same instructor for each class. So we got to know the instructor a little bit more. We're comfortable with her. So it was pretty fun.
So they
So
donated this to you guys? They're doing it all donation?
actually, I had to pay for the class for it to be free to
Okay.
the public. Yes. So, but that's the thing you have to realize when you start up your own nonprofit, some things have to come out of your pocket. You know, not everyone is going to be able to donate certain services. If they do donate certain services to your nonprofit, that's good for you. That's great. But sometimes you
Yeah.
have to come out of your own pocket, and that's totally fine with me because I want to be able to provide something to the community where people can come out, get a complimentary t-shirt from us, and then exercise for free and still have fun. So it didn't bother me at all. We also have monthly Zoom meetings that we have on the third Saturday, typically the third Saturday of every month on Zoom. We have doctors from the University of Chicago that volunteer their time to come on. We had a social worker in New York who volunteered her time to come on and talk to us. We had a nutritionist who came on. He's a holistic nutritionist. He came on and spoke to us. And some of the other classes I teach myself. So
Which
we
ones do you spearhead?
say that again.
Which ones do you spearhead? Which ones are you in control of?
So it's a different topic each month. So we pick and choose. We talk about it. Nothing is off limits. So we have a list of topics, and then we allow people to pick and choose what they want to hear, and then we go from there. So we talked about lupus and bone health. We talked about lupus and kidneys. We talked about your diet. Sometimes it's just basically whatever they want to hear. Then we'll have a talk about it, and it's probably like an hour long conversation. And sometimes I'm just checking in with them.
Yeah, I've been in some of your Zoom meetings. They're very supportive, and all the women in your community and the men are like very amazing people, and they're very plugged into everything that you're doing. So all of these sources that you're getting them like with your own 2 feet. Like you're going to these businesses, you're reaching out to people, you're letting them know what your mission is, and you're basically like recruiting people for this mission to bring all of these tips, tricks, and wellness features to the lupus community.
Yes. So I have to actually put in the work. So it's an everyday thing. I have to put in the work. I have to go out, make a few phone calls, pass out brochures, business cards, just hoping someone would reach back out to me and let's do some type of collaboration or partnership. And that's what I have to do. And that's what I've been doing. It's been working so far.
Apparently. So do you typically like cold call them, or do you go and meet them in person, or are these people you've known before previously?
Actually, no, I haven't. I didn't meet anyone from the University of Chicago. I hadn't met anyone. I went up there. They have a lupus clinic, and I went up there, showed my face in person, and I asked to speak to some of the doctors and nurses, and they wouldn't allow me to talk to anyone at the time. So I left them. Yeah. So I left them a whole bunch of brochures and business cards, hoping that I would get a phone call back.
Yeah.
I got a phone call back. Then I didn't get a follow-up call. So I had to keep calling. I had to keep emailing because I really wanted to work with these people because the University of Chicago Hospital is one of the top hospitals here in Chicago. So
Wow.
I knew it was meant to be. So I had to keep calling, and they finally contacted me back. So I was so happy.
What an amazing advocate that you are. And I know that your sister is like shining down on you and leading your path, and so proud of everything that you're doing for your whole community right now. I'm definitely coming out to Chicago next year, and I'm going to meet you and Lupus Spoons, in Chicago, and we're going to go live and just share all the amazing things that you girls are doing for the lupus community in my hometown.
That would be great. That would be great. And that's my girl. So
yeah, I love her. So
yeah.
what are your envisionments for your whole organization for 2023?
So I want to talk a little bit about that. I'm glad you asked that question. It's a great question. A lot of lupus organizations are raising money for research, and nothing's wrong with that. But I just wanted to say that the Middle B Foundation, we don't raise money for research because there's a lot of other places who are doing that. We raise money and it goes towards our lupus relief grant. We have a grant that I created. It's called the Lupus Relief Grant. And the grant is supposed to help you with your medication cost, if you need assistance with paying your rent, your utilities, mortgage, if you need help getting transportation back and forth to your doctor. That's what the relief grant is for. So far, since we've become a nonprofit, we've been able to support 8 different lupus patients with this grant. And the grant has ranged anywhere between $500 all the way up to $1,200. We raise the money on our own for the lupus patients. So each grant is not guaranteed, but we do our best to try to get you as much money as we can.
And that's so amazing because that is not what's happening currently. And we can try to raise money for research, but however, we're not the ones that are the researchers, unfortunately. So we don't really know where that money is going. But to put it into our community to actually support the first need in line, I think that that is very intelligent for you to do, because now you're just helping with the basic needs, and then you're going even a step further to help people with hospital bills and transportation. Like you're serving their need like immediately, instead of in the future we're going to find a cure and we're going to do research.
Yes. So we try our best. And if it were up to me, I would give the lupus relief grant to all lupus patients. But like I said before, the grant is not guaranteed to everyone that applies. It's basically like an urgent need. So I have to sit here and go over applications and figure out who needs it the most at this very moment.
Absolutely. And the whole entire thing that you're doing in general has been just following your heart from the start. So now you have to use discernment and discretion and really figure out who is in the most desperate need. And I do that with my skincare as well.
Yes. So that's what we're doing. We're going to continue to do it. So we have our own fundraisers. We don't receive any government funding right now. So it's strictly coming from the fundraisers that we have ourselves. We may have a t-shirt fundraiser, a cookie fundraiser, donuts, whatever it may be. We raise the money for that person.
So then do people like come out for these like cookie fundraisers? Is this like an in-person or is it a virtual?
No, it's virtual. It's never in person, but that's the new thing for the new year. The upcoming year, we're gonna have a virtual fundraiser. I want to see our lupus patients have round trip transportation to their doctor's appointments. So this is a goal of mine, is to try to get transportation for them by having a van that's a part of my nonprofit, the Middle B Foundation. I want to have a van with our name on it, and I want to be able to pick up local patients in my community and take them back and forth to their doctor's appointments. That's one goal. Another goal is to create a resource center. We don't have that. I want them to be able to come to this resource center and let me know what's going on. Do you need help with groceries? I want to be able to provide gift cards so they can pay for groceries. I want to be able to give them fresh fruits and vegetables because they need that in their diet. I want to be able to provide help with any utility bills. Everyone else gets help, but people forget about the lupus community. And I want to be able to bring more awareness to this community and do as much as I can for their needs right now. I understand they're doing research, but we need to worry about what they need right now. I want to also be able to help them get jobs. A lot of them can't keep a job because they're always in the hospital. I want them to be able to have some type of work from home job. I want the supervisors to be a little bit more understanding. Hey, this person has lupus. Okay.
So on that note, I'm creating jobs in the lupus community, and it's called a butterfly beauty advisor. So
Okay.
just on that note, if you want to sell my skincare to other women going through the butterfly rash throughout the globe, and you're plugged into all of our lupus community on social media, you are more than welcome to sell my skincare, and I pay you more than I get out of it, or to replenish it. You actually get 40% of like whatever you give to women, and you are helping them because they need your conversation. I can help like maybe 10 women a week in general, but there are so many other women in the globe that need that help. So on that note, if anyone is looking for a job to work with hospitalization and maybe not working in general, but just doing something on the computer, you can help many women with the butterfly rash.
Wow. Now that's a good idea. I like that.
Thank you. I kind of tried to take that whole makeup store mentality and make it just for the lupus community, where I foundation match the women. Like I go to the store with them virtually. I color match them. I give them tips and tricks. They PM me, but it is a resource for the women that I've brought to the table where they can actually sell my skincare and help women throughout the globe from the comfort of their own home. So keep that in mind, guys.
Okay. Sounds good.
Brianne, you are an amazing advocate. Like all the things that you're doing are just so outside of the box, and they're so just like the very first thing that women need as far as resources. What would you say in your wildest dreams you would dream for the Middle B Foundation for the future? Your wildest. Create it in your imagination, no limits. What would you do?
I'm not gonna lie. I really want that resource center. It's been in my dreams for the longest. I even created a business plan for it that it never came to light. But I really do believe that the lupus patients need a resource center, somewhere that they can come to when they're in need. If that dream can come true, which I'm pretty sure it will.
Oh, it will.
That would be, man, that would be so good. That would be so great. That's something that I'm really looking forward to seeing.
So everything in our imagination is always possible, because you wouldn't have imagined it if it weren't possible. So I absolutely know that all of these things are going to happen for you. And we just want to know like how we can support you. Like how can we get behind you? How can we help push this movement forward? What can we do to support you in these dreams, to honor your sister, and to do all of these amazing things that you're wanting to do? How can we donate? How can we volunteer? How can we support you, share?
Well, we are in the Chicago area. If you'd like to know more about us, if you'd like to know more about us, you can look us up on the website at themiddlebfoundation.org. You can learn a lot of things from us. We also give out care packages as well. We have a donation tab on there. If you feel like you want to donate, go ahead. All of the money goes to our lupus relief grant. It's a grant that we use to help any lupus patient in need, but they have to be in a state of urgency. And we'll do our best to make sure you get that money, so you can pay for whatever services you need to be paid for. We are on Facebook at Middle B17. That's MIDDLEBEE17. We're also on Instagram at Middle B17 as well. If you're on YouTube, you can look at our videos from our past lupus walks throughout the years at the Middle B Foundation for Lupus. You can check out all of our lupus walks. They're recorded on there on YouTube. We also have a Facebook support group. It's called Bees, 4 Lupus. You can go on there and check us out as well. We have monthly Zoom meetings. All of our information will be posted on social media for any updates. We have our annual lupus walk coming up every year in May. Even if you're from another state, city, or whatever, you can come out and support us. Yes.
Yeah. So you guys stay tuned, because I will be going out to Chicago next year and we'll be going live. I'll be meeting her and probably Miss Lupus Spoons herself. It's my hometown. I have to go show my sister's support. So many things to come for 2023. I am so impressed with everything that you're doing for the community. Like, what you're doing for the community wasn't even in my wildest dreams. So keep that in mind when you guys have a dream and you want to make a movement.
Yeah.
Until next time, thank you so much, Brianne. And
Thank you.
Pretty baby, pretty baby. I've been waiting for so long, girl, yeah, to be with you alone, girl, yeah, yeah. Move your back against the wall, girl. Don't be afraid, won't let you fall, girl, no, no. You don't have to feel the pressure. We got all the night, no stress, girl. I will make you scream.
Until next time, fly free, butterfly.